Hi guys, my name's Charlotte and welcome to AzuraTv. Today on the channel we're going to be making the amazing midi skirt. Now I'm sure all you ladies know what this is. It's the long style fitted skirt. They're beautiful and really easy to make. So what you'll need is a measuring tape. You'll need some scissors, of course, always handy. You will actually need a midi skirt, or you can also use like a mini skirt, anything really that's fitted, but make sure specifically that it is a stretchy fabric because it's really important in this tutorial. You'll need some pins, and you'll also need some tracing paper. So this is really easy to pick up. I get it from any fabric shop, probably about $2 per meter or a bit less. It's really useful to use. I mean, you can do it, I know a lot of tutorials do it straight onto the fabric, but if you wanted to create a lot of different midi skirts, like with a lot of different prints and patterns, textures, all that, it's really useful if you do it onto the paper, because then you can just reuse it over and over. Let's get started. So the first step, what you'll need to do is take your midi skirt and just halve it like so. And then we're just going to go ahead and place it onto the tracing paper like so. So now that's traced out. So now what we're going to need to do is add some seam allowance. So for the seam allowance, we're going to need to add 1 centimeter on the top of the skirt, as I'm now showing you. We're going to need 1 centimeter on the side of the skirt and 2 centimeters on the hem, which is what I'm just showing you now. Sorry guys, I thought I'd fast forward a little bit because, you know, it gets a little bit boring sometimes. So here we go. Just popping on the seam allowance now. And on this point there, don't add any seam allowance. Now when we're placing the skirt onto the fabric, it's really important that you fold the fabric first before you pin it, as I've done here. Because the pattern's only half of the front of the skirt, if you don't fold it on and cut it on the fold, then you're only going to have half a skirt and it's not going to work. So really, really important guys that you do this step. So now guys, we've moved on to pinning the front and the back of the skirt panel together. Just remember when you pin it together as well, specifically when you're using a printed fabric, just make sure that the pattern side is on the inside. So both of them facing to the center, because otherwise you have one that's got a print on it and the other one will be blank. So nobody wants that, so just really important. Another important thing to do while you're pinning as well, especially with stripes, is to make sure that they line up as well, because otherwise when you sew your skirt and when you look at yourself on the side, you're going to have a crazy amount of stripes going on, mismatched, and everything is not going to look good. So now we're going to sew the sides of the skirt together. Make sure as well when you're sewing to have it on the zigzag stitch. It's very important, especially because it's a stretchy fabric. If you don't have it on the zigzag stitch, when you actually put it on to wear it, because the stitching is going to be too tight, it's going to actually break. And nobody wants that, because then you won't have a skirt. So pretty simple, guys. Make sure you're using the zigzag stitch. So we've got the zigzag stitch on both sides, like there. And now at this point, this is where you would overlock these side seams. But as I said before, if you don't have one, it doesn't matter, so all good. All right, so now from there, we're gonna turn it inside out, just so you can have a look at the somewhat finished product. So that's the beginning of the midi skirt. Now from here, we're gonna need to hem it. So as before I said, you've got a 2 centimeter hem. So what you'll need to do is take the pins and pin it, 2 centimeters, and then sew around how we did before. Like with the zigzag stitch, it's really important to do it with that. Also as well, if you don't want a waistband on your midi skirt and just want to finish it off there, you can do really easy. Same thing again, just fold down, but only 1 centimeter, and then again sew along there, and then you'll have your finished midi skirt. For me personally, I really like having a waistband on mine. You don't have to, so if you don't want one, then thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe to AzuraTv, but if not, keep watching and I'll show you how to put a waistband onto this beautiful midi skirt to finish it off. Thanks! What you're going to need is your measuring tape. So what you'll do is where you want it to sit on your waist, that's where you're going to measure around. So as you can see here, I'm just tracing out the length of our waistband, which comes from your measurement that you took. And also as well, in this example, I'm choosing to do a 5 centimeter wide waistband. So I'm actually going to need to measure down 10 centimeters because it will be on the fold, the fabric, and I'll explain that a little bit later. It's up to you. You can have your waistband wider, skinnier, totally up to you, but I just prefer it. So sorry as well, guys, for the crappy angles. I did the best I could, but yeah, hopefully get the gist of what I'm trying to show you here. And also as well, please add 1 centimeter seam allowance to all the sides of the waistband. So it's time now to pin the waistband onto the fabric that you've chosen. Because I'm using stripes, it's really important to make sure that, the fabric is straight, because otherwise you're going to get wonky stripes and it's going to look really weird when you end up with your finished skirt. So yeah, just go ahead and pin it onto the fabric and cut it out. Great, so now we have our waistband, it's all cut out, ready to go. Now what I need you ladies to do is actually fold it together, make sure it's on the right side that you want the print to be as well. Fold it together, and what you're going to need to do from here is actually sew a 1 centimeter seam allowance down here to just connect it. As you can see, I've now connected the ends together of our waistband. So what I need you to do now is actually turn it inside out and connect the raw edges to each other. So just fold it so that, and make sure the raw edge is folded in to the skirt, so the waistband, so you can't see it anymore. So otherwise you're going to have a really dodgy line on your skirt when you wear it, and nobody wants that. So just fold it in like that, and now we're going to connect it to our skirt. So here we are, we're going to attach the waistband to the skirt. Now you have to pop the kind of skirt, wedge it in between the waistband, and when you're pinning you should have 3 layers of fabric to pin. So both sides of the waistband and then also the side of the skirt as well. It's really important as well to have the skirt the right way as you'd wear it, and then to pin it, because after we sew it, the waistband's actually going to flip up, and you're just going to go and wear it. So now that we've sewn the waistband to the skirt, see that there? All you have to do is turn it the right way around, and there we go, a beautiful new midi skirt to wear. So I hope you enjoyed the program today, guys. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching AzuraTv. Please like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you again soon. No worries, ciao for now, bye.